Photos of the far side of the moon stunned researchers, showing a completely different appearance from the near side. The far side is brimming with craters, a major distinction that no one expected. This enormous difference made people wonder about the moon's formation, in ways previous theories didn't fully explain. In the past, space was seen as an unsolvable mystery. But with the innovative use of technology, a new era of exploration began. The James Webb Space Telescope is a revolutionary tool that allows us to see deeper into space, revealing the types of objects out there. Some might think we know everything about the moon. After all, if we can get to Mars, why not fully explore our lunar neighbor? However, the moon has two sides, the familiar near side and the largely unknown far side. This may not remain a mystery for long, as space research has evolved with tools like the James Webb Telescope. The James Webb Telescope has revolutionized our understanding of the universe, revealing thousands of galaxies unseen by Hubble, directly imaging exoplanets, and much more. Given what it has shown us about galaxies and the solar system, it may even help us understand more about the moon, Earth's closest neighbor. Some people refer to the dark side of the moon, but this is a misnomer. It's not dark because it lacks light, but because it's mysterious and unknown. Due to synchronized rotation, only one side of the moon faces Earth, as it has been tidally locked for billions of years by the gravitational forces between Earth and the moon. The far side of the moon receives the same amount of sunlight as the near side. It's simply hidden from our view. Exploring the far side is quite different from exploring other locations. Radio waves from Earth can't penetrate the moon's mass, making direct communication with the far side difficult. Earth's atmosphere allows radio waves to travel freely, but the moon, with no breathable atmosphere, blocks signals. This makes real-time missions challenging to control and monitor, leading to greater obstacles for exploration. However, space exploration has reached a point of stability, and countries like the US and China are actively exploring the moon's far side. In 2019, China's Chang'e 4 mission became the first to land on the far side, marking a huge step forward. The rover Yutu-2, Jade Rabbit 2, was deployed as part of China's lunar exploration program. It even discovered an unknown material, potentially a piece of the moon's mantle, the layer between the crust and core. If confirmed, this would be a significant scientific discovery, potentially offering new insights into the moon's internal composition and the processes that shaped its structure. But there are also conspiracy theories surrounding these findings. Some believe the strange material could hint at something extraterrestrial or an unknown structure. Although science does not support these ideas, they highlight a continued interest in lunar mysteries. Among the moon's mysteries are lunar swirls, light patterns against dark backgrounds believed to be created by interactions between the moon's magnetic field and the solar wind. One noteworthy finding was the mystery huts spotted by Chang'e 4. Initially appearing as a cube-shaped building, later photos revealed it to be a large rock resembling a rabbit, humorously dubbed the Jade Rabbit. Such discoveries show how mysterious the moon's far side remains. Additionally, the rover found clear glass spheres that sparked interest in extraterrestrial activity. Glass on the moon is not a new discovery, typically caused by meteor impacts or ancient volcanic activity, but these glass spheres were unusually large, with unique light brown coloring and transparency, making them stand out from typical glass formations. As research continues, we can expect even more intriguing discoveries that could further our understanding of the moon's geography and composition, challenging what we think we know about our closest celestial neighbor. Adding a layer of secrecy to their cosmetics could mean incorporating elements from everyday items or even from otherworldly sources. Imagine if these were things not just from our world but from different universes. In 1969, during the Apollo 10 mission, astronauts Eugene Cernan and John Young reported hearing a strange, eerie hum while they orbited the dark side of the moon. This sound, lasting nearly an hour, was said to resemble someone humming. According to NASA, this was merely radio interference. However, some speculate it could be evidence of alien activity. As unlikely as it sounds, such theories captivate the imagination. We know the moon's dark side blocks radio waves from Earth, and our technology currently lacks the range to detect life in the farthest reaches of the universe sending signals. Even if most reports of odd structures on the moon's surface are mistaken, these observations fuel ongoing curiosity about what might lie on the moon's dark side. The moon's strange shapes and eerie hums might seem like random phenomena, but could they hint at something more sinister? And that's not all. There are other mysteries about the moon that even scientists haven't fully explained. Among the many intriguing observations over the years, one of the most famous is the phenomenon of transient lunar phenomena, TLPs, or brief flashes of light on the moon's surface. The earliest recorded accounts of these phenomena date back to the 9th century. While the terms transient lunar phenomena became official in the 20th century, there's still no clear answer for why TLPs occur despite years of study. Numerous theories attempt to explain TLPs, yet each theory often contradicts the last. Some believe TLPs might be caused by meteors striking the moon's surface, releasing short bursts of light and heat. Another hypothesis is that volcanic activity could be responsible, with the possibility of molten pockets beneath the moon's crust. Although most scientists agree the moon has been geologically inactive for eons, if there were any truth to this volcanic theory, it would challenge much of what we understand about the moon's structure and history. This discovery would not only alter scientific views but would shed light on the moon's past, evolution, and future, and it might also explain the peculiar minerals and rocks found on the lunar surface. On the other hand, active volcanoes on the moon would pose challenges to lunar exploration and habitation. Eruptions could release hazardous gases and particles, jeopardizing human health and damaging structures. Reducing these environmental risks would require robust engineering solutions. Beyond these natural explanations, some speculate that temporary phenomena on the moon might be linked to portals or even alien activity. While these more outlandish explanations hold a certain charm, attracting people with their air of mystery, they lack solid scientific support. The origins of TLPs remain one of the moon's enduring enigmas. NASA's Artemis program is scheduled to return humans to the moon by 2024, hopefully dispelling myths of hidden moon bases and Project Horizon. According to rumors, there might be hidden bases on the dark side of the moon. However, to understand this, we need to look back to the 1960s, when the Apollo moon landings captivated the world. Despite the U.S. recently claiming victory in the space race, something unusual happened. The government suddenly slashed NASA's funding, effectively halting lunar missions. Was this decision only about money, or was there something else going on? Project Horizon was a risky plan developed by the U.S. military to establish a permanent American base on the moon, not for scientific research, but as a massive nuclear missile launch site. Yes, the military considered using the moon as a strategic base from which to launch weapons of mass destruction. President Eisenhower, however, ultimately rejected Project Horizon, choosing not to use the search for extraterrestrial life as a bargaining chip in the nuclear arms race. But what if, just maybe, Eisenhower secretly approved the project? It would have been the ultimate covert operation, a hidden fortress on the moon's far side, shielded from Earth's view. The moon's natural ability to block radio waves would indeed make it an ideal location for a secret operation. However, other spacefaring nations like China would likely detect such a base. China has now reached the far side and hasn't reported any such installations, making it highly unlikely that one exists. But as lunar exploration gathers momentum, a new race is on the horizon. Will the moon remain a peaceful realm, or will human conflicts extend into the heavens? NASA's ShadowCam is a mystery tied to lunar illumination, and China has grown into a major competitor in the space race. Not only was China the first to explore the far side of the moon, but it also recently sent 3 astronauts to its space station for a 6-month mission. In this race against time and for scientific supremacy, China aims to come out on top. Does China have the power to do that? It appears as though it will be hard. The U.S. isn't a long way behind China when it comes to novel ideas and accomplishments. NASA has added the ShadowCam to the game this time. The ShadowCam is a cutting-edge camera that is designed to take high-resolution photos of the moon's permanently dark regions. As the name suggests, these regions are always in shadow and never get full sunlight. The ShadowCam's main function is to gather significant data about how accessible water ice is in these locations and where it is found. NASA recently shared an image of the Shackleton crater taken by the ShadowCam. It's interesting that the crater is completely dark, meaning that the image was captured without light. This image provides a rare look into the crater and reveals some of the moon's hidden features. The ShadowCam is superior to its counterparts in terms of quality and design, as it is sensitive and clear. It is a powerful tool for exploring the moon. What was once hidden can now be seen. The image also shows a path created by a rock, indicating that there is land activity in that area. This will give us a wealth of information about how the moon was formed and how it has changed over time. This is only the beginning of our journey. With these new technologies, we can now explore and learn about the moon like never before. Lucy Night Pathfinder marks the start of a new era. NASA has expanded its potential for moon exploration by starting joint ventures to use commercial lunar payload services to reduce costs and push exploration forward. The launch of Lucy KN in late 2025 is part of NASA's larger plan to explore the moon. Lucy Night's primary goal is to help scientists learn more by studying the universe's ancient past, particularly the dark ages before stars and galaxies formed. Lucina aims to land on the far side of the moon and gather data that will help us understand how the universe evolved and possibly discover new physics. NASA also wants to improve its technology for exploring the moon, and Lucy KN is the place to start. Setting up and operating on the far side of the moon will be challenging for the team because of the extreme environment. Severe temperature changes, from freezing to very hot, along with long periods of darkness and bright sunlight, will be issues Lucina will need to handle. However, if this mission succeeds and these challenges are overcome, it will pave the way for more missions like this in the future. The mission's success will have long-lasting impacts, ushering in a new age of moon exploration with more funding and confidence. The mysteries of the moon's surface will be revealed one by one. Lunar exploration and cosmology have undergone a transformation over the past decade, sparking a new wave of interest in moon exploration. By the end of the 2020s, many space agencies have planned trips to the moon. Most of these will involve small robotic spacecraft, but NASA's Artemis program aims to get people living on the moon by the mid-2020s. With so much interest in exploring the moon now, scientists believe it will be very beneficial, especially in the field of science. People are eager to conduct observational astronomy from the moon because of its clear vantage point. Specifically, the far side of the moon is ideal for radio astronomy. One of the most exciting applications of far-side radio astronomy is studying the dark ages of the early universe, a critical time before the first galaxies formed. Scientists aim to understand how the universe came to be by using frequencies longer than 10 m. Radio waves from planetary magnetospheres can only be observed on the far side of the moon. This could tell us something about whether those planets are habitable. While the moon's craters are valuable for science, they are also hazardous. Infrared studies benefit from shadowed craters because they block out solar radiation. Stable lunar surfaces also help sensors operate better. However, as competition among nations that want to explore the moon's surface intensifies, there must be a balance between scientific research and activities that alter the moon. To maximize the scientific value, it will be essential to protect areas on the moon that are significant for astronomy. NASA's plans for the Lunar Observatory are expanding. Astronomers and NASA scientists worldwide are preparing to launch observatories on the moon in the coming years, which will help them learn more about the universe's origins. While we don't know for sure, Lucy KN is only the beginning of something bigger. Another project NASA is working on is the ROLSS spectrometer, which will examine how sunlight affects the moon's atmosphere. Observatories are being designed to be built on the far side of the moon so that data can reach more people, as it is easier to observe the lunar pit. The Lunar Crater Radio Telescope, LCRT, is a major project that has gained attention because it could reshape our understanding of the universe. A half-mile-wide crater could be transformed into an observatory with this ingenious idea. A detector would be placed in the crater, and wire mesh would be spread around the crater walls. The deployment process can be completed with the help of rovers, marking a new beginning in the exploration journey. It was initially stated that NASA's EMIS program would occur between the mid and late 2024. However, there are now reports that it may not happen due to budget issues. Putting humans on the moon by 2024 seems like an overly ambitious goal at this point, but this does not diminish the potential and interest in telescopes on the moon. Placing radio telescopes in a low-gravity location is the only way to detect faint, low-frequency waves from the dawn of time. Projects like LCRT and the Far Side Array for radio science investigations of the dark ages and exoplanets could usher in a new era of astronomy on the moon, leading to even more exploration. Setting up telescopes on the moon will allow astronomers to peer into the early universe billions of years ago, a prospect that excites scientists. With LCRT and Far Side projects on the horizon, people are ready to embark on a journey into space like never before. Another major reason the far side of the moon is crucial to exploration is that it is an ideal location for early sensitive experiments, being shielded from Earth's radio waves and free from ground-based transmissions. Researchers hope that by using this position on the moon, they can uncover new and valuable insights that will further improve space exploration. People have made great strides in space research, helping us understand what galaxies are truly like. Exploring the far side is just the start of this journey. How much farther will this search go? What do you think? Will this end when life from other planets is found?